Hi guys, back with another recipe for the Super Bowl. These are my shredded beef taquitos. Now these taquitos, we're going to start out with a beef chuck roast and we're going to put it in the slow cooker. So for the first part of the recipe, you'll actually get to relax and just let the meat cook for about 5 hours or so. Not a problem. Now for the second part, we're going to be rolling them up with some green chilies and some cheese. And for those of you who don't like to fry, don't worry at all. I've got two recipes. One recipe where you fry and the other one where you bake. So whatever you want to do, you can do you. Also, if you don't like beef, don't worry about that either. I have a chicken taquito recipe. I'm going to provide the links below. And then the video is up too. So if you want to search through my channel, you can watch the video. Not a problem at all. Something for everybody. Here we go. Get your ingredients ready. Take a look. We're going to start by getting our seasoning together. I'm using mild Grand Diamond all-purpose seasoning, which can be used interchangeably with our original spicy. So I'm just going to use that as a base to get our 3 pounds, about 3 pound beef chuck roast. I'm adding a little bit of cumin and some chili powder to the seasoning. We're really going to try to bring out those Latin flavors. And I'm going to add some kosher salt. After we give all of our seasonings a good mix, we're going to take that seasoning and just sprinkle it all over our chuck roast. This recipe and the seasoning can be found at gdseasoning.com. As you season the chuck roast, it may look like you have too much seasoning on the roast, but don't worry. Use all of the seasoning on the roast because it is going to cook for quite some time and you want this meat to be fully flavored because there are some more steps to this recipe, of course. So you want fully flavored beef. Now we're going to give the skillet a few turns of olive oil, just a couple of tablespoons, so we can sear our beef. Listen to this beautiful sound. If you hear this, then you know you're doing exactly the right thing. Searing meat first just brings out its natural sugars and it helps the meat brown and it adds another layer of flavor during the cooking process. Now I'm just chopping up my onion in quarters. We're going to use the juice of 1 lime. Get your lime really rolled to get those juices flowing. By the way, if the juice doesn't come out of that lime, go ahead and put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. It'll make it give up its juice. And we're going to smash the garlic. So turn around and turn your beef over. Are you hungry yet? I just love trying to make you guys extremely hungry in these videos. Right in the crock pot is gonna go some beef broth, our quartered onions, our smashed garlic, some dried Mexican oregano, which is absolutely fabulous in Mexican food, and then the juice of the lime that we cut in half earlier. Finally, we add our seared beef chuck roast. Just give it a little nudge down into those juices, cover it, and you can walk away. Once the beef is cooked, go ahead and remove it out of the crock pot. You know, you're going to bring out some of those garlic cloves that it cooked in. That's what you're seeing right there. Look how fork tender that garlic is. And the meat is really tender. It is perfect for our taquitos. Now let's get going on our green chilies. This particular green chili, and I'm only using one for the recipe, and it's called a pasilla pepper. I just have it roasting over the open gas eye over my stove, just to get it nice and black and charred. And then what you're going to do is take it off of the eye and put it in a bowl and cover it with saran wrap. This is going to help the pasilla pepper steam, making it easy for you to remove the skin. So while that's sitting there, let's go ahead and get all of our tortillas brushed with a little bit of canola oil or vegetable oil on each side. So now we're prepping our tortillas. We're brushing them with canola oil or vegetable oil on each side. If you are a beginner and making taquitos is new to you, work in small batches of 15 or 20 because these are going to go in the microwave for about a minute. And once they come out, you need to roll kind of fast. So go ahead and put those in the microwave, and in the meantime, go ahead and remove all the skin off that pasilla pepper. It is somewhat still hot, so you need to be careful. And just slowly take the skin off. I want to stress, do not rinse this skin off. You're going to be rinsing off all the flavor, and it'll just be a big waste of your time. Open it up and remove the seeds. And it's as simple as that. Pasilla peppers are relatively mild. They are not as spicy as, say, a jalapeno. They're just going to add a nice flavor to the beef and a wonderful flavor to the taquito as a whole. My tortillas are out of the microwave and nice and pliable and ready to roll. So you need to kind of work fast. Put maybe no more than 2 tablespoons of meat in each tortilla. You're going to lay it toward the lower third of the tortilla, and then I'm going to also add a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese just for some more flavor. And you're going to give it a roll. Now, I usually do not use toothpicks, but I am this time because these particular taquitos, the first batch is going to be baked, as you can see. We're going to bake them at 450 degrees for about 14 to 16 minutes. So I wanted to give you guys the options to bake or fry, because I know some of you do not like to fry. Even though this is going to be a shallow fry and not a deep fry, you will have the option to bake. Now, for those of you who do choose to fry, you don't have to necessarily use toothpicks. You just need to make sure you place the taquito down, seam down, into the hot oil, and it's going to fry itself shut. See the seam there? Now I'm going to place that part down into the oil and let it fry itself shut. So we're going to give these maybe 2 or 3 turns as they turn golden brown on each side. You're just going to give them a nice roll. By the way, these are yellow corn tortillas. You can also use white corn. The yellow corn have a beautiful color when they come out, as you can see. They brown up differently than a white corn tortilla, but you can use either one. As our fried ones come out, our baked ones are ready. Make sure you remember to remove those toothpicks, just like that, and serve them up with your favorite salsa, or you can check out my guacamole recipe. The link will be below, and all the recipes are going to take you to gdseasoning.com. I'll see you next time.